Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here with day 6 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, Series 11. And today's sketch is by one of my scrappy twins, Jacqie Crafty or Jacqie. And it's kind of hard to see that in the top corner, but that is what it says, Jacqie Crafty. And that is her YouTube and I think her Instagram, but it'll be linked below. And I'm going to use this picture of my grandmother and who she considers her boyfriend. And I'm going to use the Market Street by Maggie Holmes, as well as these Prima flowers. And I have some embellishments already set aside from Market Square, not Market Street, Market Square. And then I have some mixed media here. I am going to change out that speckled egg, but I do use the rest of that. And there goes my blueprint. So like I said, I have already got some papers pulled out from the paper pad that I have. And I fiddled with this layout or this sketch already. My original picture I pulled to do this with was this one of my daughter in her dad's football jacket. And I thought it'd be fun to kind of do it in a football, kind of thing. But really, the more I looked at this sketch, it's such a gorgeous sketch itself, just a gorgeous sketch. I decided I really wanted to create it in a pretty floral layout that was more, flowers and pinks and purples and pretty things, and not, so I have my papers, my embellishments, this fabulous picture, my mixed media, and the sketch. So let's see how this goes. So no offense to anyone who loves it, but this is not my favorite collection. I kind of am struggling with using it. It was an impulse buy. So there are some papers in here I do adore, especially this aqua colored plaid down here. If you've watched any of my videos, you probably know that that's like my favorite color. Anything blue, green, green in particular is my favorite. But anywho, so I have just attached the top part of that torn floral paper. And now I'm going to make those X's and O's with worn lipstick. And then, like I said, I ended up not using the speckled egg. I pulled in salvaged patina. Both are the Distress Oxides by Tim Holtz. But, and now you know why I left that to where I can pull it up. Because I want to be able to completely cover the bottom and not have like something missing there. And since I'm not 100% sure where everything is going in the middle or in that section where the picture's going, I went ahead and just did the whole thing. So what I did was lifted up the paper and tried out salvage patina as well as the speckled egg underneath. So I would see which one was going to stand out on this aqua colored paper. And the salvage patina stood out a little bit better. And it matches the greenish tealy color in some of the Prima flowers that I'm going to use. So that makes me happy too. So these are both, that's one of my favorite colors in my ink collections, the salvage patina. So I am done with that. And of course I'm going to cut out the part where I tack down the rest of that paper. I had this circle and I've just been using it kind of as a stencil for things, and I thought I would use it to make sure that I wasn't going too far crazy with my inks. Now, was that the smartest thing to do since there is already ink on that paper and I used water on this? Probably not. There's a hint of green, but it ends up getting covered over with the picture, so it worked out just fine. So I use that for a little while just so that it does not go crazy where I put the ink. But then I'm going to end up pulling that circle off, and I put some pink down, and then I'm going to end up taking my ink pad of the worn lipstick and just kind of smearing it around in a circular fashion, because that's more along the lines of the ink that's going on the sketch, which I have put up there in the top left corner. So I did want to have that concept of like the big outside circle. But then I also wanted to bring in the blue, because I'm bringing in the blue florals from this Prima collection that you can see over there in the top right. So the blueprint sketch was a really close match to that, and I wanted to bring the blue to the left and top part of this layout because I knew the florals would predominantly be down in the bottom. So I'd made these stencils out of orange, which is not my favorite color, so I don't use it very often, and so I have a ton of orange paper. And I just made these little stencils so that I could do exactly that, put it down on my picture. Now, if I have a circle to cut out typically on paper, I'm just going to do that on my Cricut. But I like when I'm making pictures and stuff, I really like the ability to do that with the little stencils that I've cut out. Good gravy. My words are not coming out correctly. So I have now cut the picture, and then I put it down on this paper from the collection. It was a scrap, and then I cut like a loose circle around it. Now, because my pictures are matted in white already, it wasn't a full 5-inch circle, and unless I had white on both sides. So I made the white come out over on the right side, because that's going to get covered with flowers, so that it's not on the left side. And so now I'm just going to start embellishing, and I'm going to start with this flower right here and cover most of that white space with the flower. And that is a sticker from the Market Square collection. And then I'm just going to start adding the Prima flowers. Now let me explain this picture, because if you can see it well enough, you can tell who is in that picture. My grandmother, this was in 2016. And she was 91, about to turn, she was about to turn 92, I think. And so she is in love with Usher. Loves him. She says he's got the best smile. He just makes her happy, and she just loves him. So for Christmas, I printed a picture of him, and I brought it over to her. This was actually in January, so it was a little late, but I printed this picture for her and framed it and brought it over, and she just thought that was the best thing ever. And so that framed picture of Usher sat next to her chair till she moved in 2017, and then he went to Texas with her. And she would tell people when they asked who that was, that it was her boyfriend. I love this woman so much. She is just so spunky. Oh, anyway, gosh, I miss her. So anyway, while I was telling you the interesting story of this picture, I added all those Prima flowers down. There's the entire pack, which makes me super happy. And I wanted to bring one up, even though it's not on the sketch, I brought one up over here on the top or the side of the left part of the picture. And then I put that little you and me, which is also from this collection. It was part of a cut apart or something. And then I add that little butterfly. And then I'm going to put a few of these enamel shapes on here in the blue and the pink. And then I put word phrases down here that just say, be original, be authentic, have an open heart. And my grandma was absolutely original and 100% authentic, and definitely had an open heart. So those were very fitting words for her. And then I think the only other thing I really do is add these little bits and pieces that I pulled from the puffies. Some are like little ribbons, like award ribbons. Some of them are florals. And really, I think that's all I did was the florals and a couple of ribbons. So I considered doing like I did on that football one where I put a little something at the top left corner, but I changed my mind, and so I decided just to leave it the way that it is on the sketch. So that it makes me happy. I love the way it turned out. I'm going to challenge myself to use up this collection. There's some papers in there that may be used on the back side and just have some white cardstock. I don't know. So any suggestions? Because I don't have a lot of like horse pictures and, barnyard animal pictures. So here is Jacqie's sketch again. I love this sketch, and I will probably use it again. I'm not a huge fan of cutting circles because I can't cut them very neatly, but I do love the way that this sketch looks and how this turned out. So I hope you all will check out all of the other people who are hopping along. Definitely go check out JQ Crafty. She is fantastic. I adore her. And if you're interested in a challenge, she does a Craft IQ once a month. So you can check that out on Facebook. So, and then of course, all the other people who are hopping along with 30 days of sketches. And I'll be back every day this month. At least that's the plan. So far, so good up to day 6, right? Have a fantastic day. I hope you get some time for scrapping and documenting your memories. And happy scrapping.